listening to the Downtown Community Church podcast. We are currently walking through 20 days of prayer and fasting together to start 2020. Along with this podcast, we are going through a journal as we pray for our community and read the Gospel of John together. You can grab a booklet on Sunday or find a digital copy at downtowncommunitychurch.com or on the DCC Tally app. We hope you enjoyed today's devotional.
Hey guys, this is Devon Lynn. I'm a volunteer with the Hope program here at DCC, and I also lead a community group, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you all. Over the past year, I've been reading a devotional that's called Keep a Quiet Heart, and I have found that it is a very difficult thing to do. A quiet heart does not come naturally to me at all, because my heart is in fact very, very noisy. There's thoughts like, I should be further along by now, or I should be better at whatever I'm doing, or I should be doing more, or I don't know what happens next, but what if it's terrible, or what if I'm no good, or what if I don't like it? And while my goal is to have a quiet heart, I realize that in the face of all that noise, I often settle for a distracted heart or a numbed heart. And I shut out those thoughts rather than addressing them. I shut it out by staying busy hanging out with people or doing a lot of activities, making my to-do list longer, listening to a podcast when I'm feeling overwhelmed, or watching TV, or turning to those statements that are, at least I'm good at this thing, or at least I already have these accomplishments. And in doing that, try to compare my way out of doubts or insecurities. But I found a verse of a hymn that is really the heart that I aspire to. And it says, Lord, give me a quiet heart that does not ask to understand, but confident steps forward in the darkness, guided by thy hand. Rather than need to understand everything, what I need is to be confident in the guidance of God. Jesus absolutely had a quiet heart. He was able to sleep during a storm while he was in a boat on a sea because he had the calm assurance that his Father was in control. And the same exact truth can quiet my noisy heart. Psalm 16:5 says, Lord, you have assigned me my portion and my cup and have made my lot secure. And there is so much peace for us in knowing that whatever happens is assigned by the Lord. I cannot assume that I know more than the Almighty, and since God doesn't change, I can always be certain that He is always good. And because of that, I can be content with whatever God gives. And this truth and learning this can absolutely transform the way that we walk through seasons of suffering. Over the past year, I had a few months that were incredibly difficult. And in moments where I didn't understand, or I was very let down and disappointed with what was going on, I found myself trying to pray, Lord, this is my cup and my portion. And in doing that, acknowledging that, God, you have assigned this to me today, to walk through this. You've allowed me to walk through this. This is from you, and you're going to be with me in this. But lately, I've also learned that how this truth can transform not just the way I go through major seasons of suffering, but also the way that I walk through daily inconveniences. Every day, I have a plan for my day. I have the way that I want things to go, and it's pretty spelled out. But there are times that my Father may have something else for me. There are times when my computer breaks. There are times when my plans get ruined, when I'm really in a flow of my work. I'm a teacher, and sometimes I'm really in my flow. I'm getting so much paperwork done, and I'll have to go pick up a student and having a meltdown right then at my most productive hour of the day. And those inconveniences and interruptions, if everything is a sign from the Lord, that right there might be my most important work of the day. How I handle myself when things are interrupted, when they go against my plan, that might bring more glory to the Lord than anything else that I do that day, anything that I had planned. The way I handle those interruptions and those inconveniences. In those moments, I want to say, God, this is my cup and my portion for right now. This is what I have in front of me. It's been assigned. All events serve the will of God, and my goal is that I will be able to respond to each and every one of those in faith. And that is only possible through holding to the promises and the goodness and the power of God. There's a quote that I found that I think sums it up so beautiful. It's by Lena Sandell, and she said, "The secret is Christ in me, not me in a different set of circumstances." Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'm praying for you all, and I'm so thankful for the season of fasting and prayer that we're in. And today, let us approach every inconvenience, every problem, every good thing that happens and say, God, this has been assigned by you. This is my cup and my portion. Thanks, guys.